I'm back again. I wanted to do this for Christmas question tag, and then I wanted to talk about a couple other things. So let me get that out of the way first. And Money Mom, Sensible Living with Money Mom, did this tag, and then she invited other people to do the tag as well. So I love her channel. Go check it out. I'll leave a link below, and I'm sure most of you know Money Mom. Anyway, without further ado, here's my tag. Okay, my favorite Christmas movies. I don't watch Christmas movies. I watched them with the kids when they were little. We would watch Charlie Brown and Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman and all those things, but I really don't watch Christmas movies, so I don't have a favorite. So, moving on. Now, I do have several favorite Christmas songs, and I don't really like, the songs that are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman and Jingle Bells. I really don't like those songs a whole lot. I mean, they're okay. I like more the traditional Christmas music. I like instrumental Christmas music. I do like, well, let me tell you some of the songs I like. I like a lot, this is one of my favorites, is Mary Did You Know by Clay Aiken. Now, there's a lot of different versions out there. That one's my favorite. Pentatonix has done one that's nice too. It's a cappella. But Clay Aiken's one is my favorite. And he also has a video of Mary Did You Know, and that's a very nice video, and I do enjoy watching that. I like Silent Night. Silent Night, usually when I hear it, I get a little emotional because my dad died in 2003. He was 84, and the man never had a headache his whole life that I can remember. But when he got sick, the proverbial poop hit the fan, and he ended up having a kidney transplant. His kidney failed, but even after that, he lived like 10 years after that. But he ended up getting lymphoma from the immunosuppressive drugs. They cleared that up. So, and then he had like multiple strokes after that. And my mom, bless her soul, she's 90 now, and she took care of that man for 10 years, and she did such an awesome job, but here I go. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. She did such an awesome job taking care of him for all those years, and since he died around Christmas time, we had a service for him, and that was one of the songs that she picked to have played at his service. So I'm sure he is sleeping in heavenly peace now, and that's why that's one of my favorites. I need to move on. I like the song Tennessee Christmas, and I like Lee Greenwood's version of that. And from what I understand, I think Amy Grant wrote that, but I'm not sure. I've never heard that version of it, but I'm going to check that out. So that's one of my favorites. And Garth Brooks' The Gift. I like that one too. But mostly I like instrumental, I like choral music, and I like the really old-fashioned, Choral of the Bells, and those type, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, those types of songs. The only really modern Christmas song that I like and it's because I learned the words is Feliz Navidad. I know, where'd that come from? But anyway, I like singing along with that. I think it's cheerful. So I do like that one. And that's Jose Feliciano's version of that. Okay, my favorite Christmas cookies or dessert. I like Linzer cookies. I used to bake a ton of those. And then there was the terrace cookies, where they're similar to Linzer cookies, but it's 3 layers and each one is a little bit smaller, and there's like apricot or strawberry jam in between the layers. And I like those so well that when I got married to Tom, we actually had those as part of our food. So a friend of mine, I gave her my recipe, and she baked a lot of those. And those are some of my favorites. I like the Russian tea cakes. In fact, I'm going to try another version of those. They're cinnamon tea cakes, so I want to try those this year. I love the kolachkis with the different fillings in them. They're a lot of work though, so I don't know if I'll make those. And Neapolitans, and those are like, they're like this big. You cut them in little squares, and there's you bake 3 different colors of batter, red, green, and you leave one plain, and then you cover both sides with chocolate, and you make them in a sheet pan, and then you cover both sides with chocolate, and you cut it in little squares, and it has apricot, the solo apricot in between. Oh, they're so good. But anyway, and the batter has marzipan paste in it, so they are delicious, but a lot of work. So those are my favorite Christmas cookies. I don't really have a favorite Christmas dessert, but I do like those. And my favorite Christmas traditions are just having Christmas Eve at either my house or my daughter's house. My mother hosted it for years and years, but you know, it being 90 now, it's a bit much for her. And our family has gotten fairly large, with 5 grandchildren, 3 children and their spouses, my mom, myself, and my honey, Tom. So it's too much for her. So anyway, those are the 4 questions. 4, not 3, 4. Okay, moving on. Did you know that you can roast squash seeds just like pumpkin seeds? I roasted these. They got a little dark because it was actually the first time I tried it. And I sprayed them with a little bit of spray cooking oil, and I put a little bit of garlic salt on them, and then I bake them. I would say maybe at 325 check them after 10-15 minutes. I did 30, and they got a little dark, but they're not burned. But anyway, if you have squash, you can do the seeds, and they're nutritious and they're tasty. So I wanted to talk about that. Then I wanted to talk, I've got a couple beauty things here that I wanted to talk about. Now, if you have hair like mine, I have natural waves. I wash it, I comb it, and this is what I get. I don't curl it, I don't do anything with it. But, you know, after I sleep on it, if I brush it, it kind of goes poof, like a dandelion gone to seed. So I have discovered this, and it's called Beachhead Surf Shake, and it's by Beyond the Zone. I get this at Sally's. So after I brush my hair, I just spritz it with a little bit of this, and then I just crimp it up a little. So if you have hair like mine that's wavy but gets really frizzy if you brush it, give this a try. It works great. I really like it. And it's not that expensive. I can't remember what I paid for this, but at first I had tried this when I got out of the shower and my hair was wet, and I didn't really like it. So I put it away, but then I dragged it out and I tried it on my dry hair and it worked really nicely. So that was one thing. And then I think this is from Dollar General, scam calls. Honestly, ridiculous, the scam calls anymore. Usually what I do with those, I get the numbers and I block them and then I get less, but I haven't blocked them in a while, so I need to do that again. But they are so annoying, and I'm on the do not call list. I don't get it. I guess they're an exception. So anyway, back to my Dollar General buys. I've discovered this, I talked about this once before, but the Believe Beauty, they carry it there. And I really like these cosmetics. They're not expensive and they do a good job. This one happens to be the eyeliner. And since I have green eyes, I like to do a green eyeliner. So, and this one, it has a very fine tip and it's a liquid eyeliner, but it comes in this pen. So you can do a very, very fine, oh, look at that. You can do a very, very fine line with it, and it works great. And then this other thing, it's also by Believe Cosmetics. I'm not a big one for the eyebrow thing. Now, I know a lot of people, they like the Joan Crawford eyebrows. I never did. I always had really good eyebrows. They were a good shape. I didn't have a ton, you know, where they were super, super thick, but they weren't super thin either. So most of the time, I don't put anything on my eyebrows. But as I've gotten older, of course, you know, you need a little help. So I found this, and it's their, let's see, I believe it's their light brown. Yeah, light brown. But it's very, very light. And it actually doesn't make me look like Joan Crawford. So let me see if I can do this. But, you know, you just take it and put a little bit on. Now, it only makes my eyebrows just a teensy bit darker. So, and I really, really like it. So, and you can comb it. It's like a little mascara brush. And I don't know if you can see the difference. It's just very, very subtle. But it's enough to brighten it up a little bit. So, yeah, I really, really like this. And I think it's like $4. And it doesn't make me feel weird. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And what else? I think that's all I have for today. Oh, my tea. I'm having some chai tea for a change. Usually you'll see me with a cup of coffee. But sometimes in the afternoon, I like a chai tea. This is Walmart's brand of chai tea. And it's for the Keurig back there. And I like it. So, but the thing I wanted to tell you, when I have tea, I always like to pick a cup with a dark inside, because sometimes teacups start looking really gross. You know, they get stained, and sometimes this type of cup, they'll get little cracks in it, and then the tea stains them. So anyway, that's just a little hint. I have a special cup for tea, and coffee I just do in any cup. But yeah, the chai tea, great value, that's what it is pretty good. I like it. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. I had to get my Christmas shawl on, scarf. I think I got this at Dollar Tree a couple years ago. And I do like to wear red, something red, when I go out in December. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.